Wait a tick. Play a hand that contains 4 7 of clubs. I've never done this. I still have a locked joker. It's embarrassing, bro. I have 3 locked jokers? Maybe I shouldn't just be taking green joker and trying to play exactly the same way every time. Win a run in 12 or fewer rounds. Play a hand that contains 4 7 of clubs. I missed a lock before. I missed a lock. If knowledge is the key, just show me the lock. Play a hand that contains only gold cards. Listen, I'm not going to structure like my whole life around trying to do that, but it seems like now that I know that they exist, it's not doable. +2 hand size, -1 joker slot. Let's give it a try. It's been a while since I played the painted deck. It's actually been, I mean, you can see for yourself, it's been a bit since I played Balatro in general. I mean, how would you know that now that I think about it? It looks like the run that I did last on video was the last run I did. That's true, but it has been like 6 days or something. I've just had other stuff going on. I actually, considering our hand size is big, maybe we can get away with not having a score joker early in favor of an econ joker. And I'm a big econ joker Andy, I think, at the end of the day. Like, obviously we could make a better full house than that, but we'll have to play a second hand anyway. So, I mean, getting your econ sorted ASAP, that seems like good tech to me. This seems like bad tech to me. I guess I'll throw like kind of a dookie 2-pair at you. I'd love to play that straight with the face cards for... Oh, never mind! There will be no need for that. My mistake, okay. I mean, Baron is an amazing joker, and we have big hand size. So it feels like you, even though it counteracts business card, it's kind of like skip on the Baron, you'll be scared, man. Not all wisdom like has to rhyme. You gotta get over that a little bit. Let's start with the flush. Yes, we lose a king, but the thing is, like, I don't think... Like, adding mults, or multing mult, I should say, is always good. But it becomes best... Well... It becomes best when the hand has been leveled up a little bit. So I'm not going to stress out about, like, you know, taking 4 mult up to 6 and then up to, like, you know, 8.2 or whatever. We're just gonna live our life. And honestly, I just have to be real with you. I'd love more hand size that works well with Baron. Give me the trading card first. Just because it's like... I mean, we need a score joker at some point. But I love having the ability to, like, thin my deck a little bit. So, like, right off the bat, I'd be thrilled to cut this 5. And then we can easily play a flush. And we're going to need to play a few of them. Don't get it twisted, people. We're going to need to play a few of them. Okay, dump this. Hope for a spade. No spade. 7, 8, 9, 10, jack is okay. I hope. With 2 kings in hand. Yeah. All right. Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5 is not that good, but it's going to get, you know, it's going to go from 4 to 9. So that's pretty solid. And now a score joker would really hit the spot. Brother, I think you might... We kind of want both, but are we really going to dump business card? It synergizes so well with Scary Face. I guess here's what I'm going to say for now, okay? I hate to do it. I love Econ. I think I got to sell you to afford Scary Face, and we'll still play face cards. My reasoning is very, very simple, to be honest with you. I felt like we couldn't ignore if we ignore that voucher that synergizes so obviously with Baron, then we're just asking for trouble. So that's the meat of Balatro. Sometimes you enter a shop, you have to buy something, there's nothing you like. Sometimes you enter a shop, you want to buy everything, but you've only got so much money. That's what makes it such an interesting game, you know? Now, things are going to be a little tight for a minute here, but I'm choosing not to worry about that too much. We'll play this first, knowing that we could play like 3 kings if we have to. And And I guess, like, at this point, there's probably no reason not to, because we get the chips out of them anyway. Obviously, Scary Face and Baron are a little bit antagonistic towards each other, but you also have to acknowledge Scary Face. On a winning run, Scary Face isn't going to stick around forever, so I wouldn't get too stressed just yet. So, I'm probably going to take Blueprint no matter what. Or not Blueprint, sorry, Misprint, which is way different. But I actually think... Like, I don't think we need Mr. Bones. I think we'll rely on Misprint. We can run that for an ante or two without getting stressed out. I think. And we haven't leveled up a hand yet. So, I mean, that's a bad thing. But if there is a positive thing about it, the positive thing is that this boss, you know, doesn't really affect us. I do kind of, I mean, I'm throwing full houses out here when I could be discarding to get a king. I was kind of hoping Blueprint wouldn't screw me over like that, but it's okay. How about a king? Just a king in hand. Then we can play 8, 9, 10 jack queen and at least get a little extra mult and a few extra chips off it. And we don't need it, but we got great flush potential. We do have an econ joker, by the way. Trading card is an econ joker. I personally... I mean, I'm a telescope type Andy, and especially when we got a big hand, it should be easy enough to make work. Spectral pack, I'm just thinking about, I guess I'm just scared about the score increasing in difficulty so quickly that I want to make sure I'm not getting out over my skis, you know? I want to make sure I'm not skipping for a spectral pack and then all of a sudden we get like 2 bad misprints in a row and it's impossible to make 4,800. So I'm just trying to be sensible. We're playing cards on occasion. We're playing kings on occasion, I should say. Misprint controls a lot of our success right now, which is very dangerous, but we have been playing a lot of full houses. I mean, part of like committing to telescope is like you got to pick a hand. It should be pretty easy for us to make full houses, especially like we're thinning the deck quite nicely. Full house is already our most played hand. We're trying to keep like the high end as present as possible and remove the cards on the low end so we can play more face cards. It's an interesting idea. It's a very interesting idea. If we're going to play full houses, then you gotta, you know, I think you gotta aim for those quick. Because it's not always an easy hand to make. And with no kings in hand, I do kind of feel like crying a little bit. But misprint with the 800 or the plus 18, I can be pretty pleased with that. We got a flush potential sitting in hand. No kings still, which is like insulting. But I guess we don't need them. We don't need the kings, man. Worst chess player of all time be like, we don't need the kings? What are you? Cards drawn face down after each hand played. Really rough for us because we don't have discards. I mean, we use one with trading card every time. So I'm like scuttling my econ just to make my most played hand a little bit better. And if there's like a god in heaven, we should probably not draw like 5 pairs and instead just get one of them 3 of a kinded. Like this is kind of an insult to me. I think we can get away with discarding. And then the real dream for me would be that, like, this just wins because of a goated misprint. Okay, because now we gotta use deductive reasoning. I guess we could yeet a hand into nothing. Well, why would we do that? Because we're just gonna draw face down again. I guess the dream would be you kind of yeet a hand into nothing. You never know, it might have something. It had nothing. But then you could get like cards that are interleaving, you know? Do you know? Do you know what I'm talking about? Am I screwed? We could like see how many are left. Like we probably didn't draw a 7. We definitely didn't draw a king. I also feel like we probably didn't draw jacks though, man. Because like we still have... We have 3 7s in the deck, so there's no way we drew a 7. We have 2 8s left in the deck, so you could be an 8. We have 1 jack, no queens. I'm gonna try the 8. Okay, dude, I mean... You gave me +1 mult? I did something I've never done before. You gave me +1 mult? 3 7s remain. 3 jacks remain. 3 kings remain. 2 aces remain. We've already played some aces, so we know we got 2 kings. I think we're cooked, y'all. I don't know how many 9s were left. Oh, brother. I thought we were on to something good with that run. Apparently not. But we, you know, we're getting back into the swing of things. I mean, fear not the man who's never failed or something. Fear the man who's failed 1,000 times. That's what they say, right? That's what they're saying. That's what they say that they say anyway. I don't know if I've ever heard him say it, but that's what they say they say. Okay, great start. Maybe some more reliable score jokers instead of having to rely on a misprint. Honestly, I can be tempted by delayed gratification, but I'm a crazy guy. I like Fortune Teller enough to take early Eternal. Obviously, it does literally nothing for us right now. Hopefully, in time, that'll change. And it opens up, like, I mean, listen. I'm not going to spin you a yarn. That's a young man's game. That I'm the best Balatro player in the world and everything I do is something that you should replicate. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about putting good vibes out into the universe and, you know, paying my bills on time and doing the necessary yard work. Not just mowing the lawn, which gets a bad rap for reasons that, you know, we could talk about until the cows come home. But I'm also, you know, picking up the leaves and the dead branches and, you know, some weeds have to be pulled, man. I'm sorry. They're a hazard to other people because they grow thorns and stuff like that. But what was I talking about? My style of playing Balatro is, there's a few things that are fun that are also good. Using tarot cards is fun and good. So anytime we get the chance to take a fortune teller, it also opens up other stuff for us, like a Vagabond run or a Cartomancer or something like that. It's just fun to play around with, man. Hi, Tomo. Hi, buddy. How you doing? I don't want to buy, like, trash. I don't know why they're trying to convince me to buy trash. Now, we could, if we so chose, we could commit to a single hand type. Because we have Constellation. Or we could do what I'm going to do, which is not worry too much about Constellation. And instead just, I mean, like, it might stick around if we end up playing the same stuff over and over. Or maybe in time we'll say, you know, that's a joker that can go because we're a little bit multifaceted. But for now, I feel like this is pretty solid. Hang on, I gotta check this message real quick. Let me see here. Let me see. You guys do a wave on Discord when you make a new Discord friend? I'm not sure. I mean, it's polite, I guess. I'm not saying it's a huge negative. I'm just I'm just asking questions. Hi, Tomo. Hi, buddy. Hi. He's probably just saying Happy Father's Day. So we could easily, I mean, with the click of a button, we could create maybe a second king or something like that. We could also get $5. We could get 2 planets. Let's spec into something, okay? Let's go a little crazy. Let's go jacks into queens. And then we want to break this 3. Let's turn this 3 into a queen. And maybe we got, like, maybe queen synergies incoming here. I don't know. I'll spend $8 on possibly 2 jokers as well. I feel like this is a given. It sucks, though. Like, madness that doesn't kill Fortune Teller is going to go crazy. That's what you must take. Then the question becomes, do you take 8-ball in the hopes that, like, you can make this run work and give you more tarot cards, which synergizes here, but you're giving up a lot of joker space out of 4 because we're playing the painted deck for something that's not that reliable? Or do you just eat it? And I think the answer is we just eat it. So if it breaks trading card early, we don't really care. The fact that it can't break Fortune Teller is the most important part. Okay, it broke the one I didn't want it to break, but that's life, man. How about a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? It's gonna break super. I called it Constellation 20 times probably, but it's gonna break Supernova as well, and that's totally fine. This as far as I'm concerned, we have a reliable molt generator and a reliable molt molter. All we need to do is take a peek for eternal jokers that can go crazy, so that they don't get destroyed by madness, and then we're feeling pretty good about things, I think. Hi, Tomo. On my lap? This is a rarity. Hello, buddy. And then how about a beautiful full house? He's even pushing the microphone around. Hi, hi. I feel like he's my Mr. Bigglesworth for real, man. On God. Okay, we have an absolutely beautiful run right now. What do we do to not screw it up? Well, $3 to increment your mult seems okay to me. What do we do to not screw it up? I think it's pretty simple. Buy good Eternal Jokers. Like an Eternal Chip Joker especially would hit the spot. I kind of ruined my flush by playing that card, huh? You know what? Give me this first then. Should have dumped a 2 probably as well. I want that 3 to break. Doesn't have to do it right away. We have a... Maybe we had a flush before and I'm stupid. Oh, what is... That's not a flush, man! Are you crazy? It's clearly not a flush. Bro tried to throw a pair into his flush and hope nobody would notice. Yeah, well, to that I just say 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, brother. Should be good enough. I mean, we don't have any, like, misprint throwing variance into the mix here. So I think the way we don't screw it up is, like, A, don't do what I just did there, and B, just buy tarot cards when they're available. You know which ones you're looking for, man. You might as well, you know, try to double dip on this one. We got lots of Queens of Hearts in the deck already. There's another one for you. Buy tarot cards when they're available. Whenever you get the opportunity to keep your money high, we take advantage of it. And then... Okay, so I'm going all in. But we will be re-rolling to get more tarot cards, so it felt sane to me. I don't know, maybe I'm the crazy one. I'll go a little... I don't know, we shouldn't convert the queen on this one, though. I think we converted a spade before, so why don't we actually do this? And then we can play ace, jack, 8, 6, 8, 7, 6 for a flush. So I think the step we're missing in the deck right now... And it's not bad, but the scoring is pretty easy so far, considering we have 2 jokers. Only 2 jokers, I should say. But the step we're missing is we need to make the hands more considered. I'm not considering my hands too much right now. I'm like a soccer player, you know? I mean, I'm not really using my feet. Don't get too excited, Quentin Tarantino. I'm just not using my hands. So I guess in that way, there's similarities to soccer, and there's differences as well. There are differences as well. You can only play full houses. That's fine. I was not paying attention to that, but we will not suffer the consequences of my ignorance. Now, I don't think it's dire yet, but it would be really sick to get an Eternal Joker that's good. Because, like, 2 jokers can only carry you so long. I think I gotta go with Hermit just for the fuel, but I definitely did want to make another Queen of Hearts as well. Wheel of Fortune, you never know. That could make up for an extra joker if we're being serious about it. Bloodstone, it's gonna get destroyed, so it's not really like a priority. Smiley Face, I feel the same way. Sure, with all of our queens, it could do something, but... Now, skipping is really dangerous, because it does give us jokers, but of course, also, it means that Madness would skip an increment. Like a risk-free increment, which I think is just something that I can't really wrap my head around right now, so I'm going to say no to that. Could live with it. I'm kind of saving my Empress, hoping maybe this will be the first time we get to play like a 4 of a kind. We could obviously play a full house, but like if we can start getting those better queen hands, but maybe not this time. That's fine. It's fine. We're on a winning line. I just need the support from like an Eternal Joker. I think I'm reasoning it through pretty clearly right now. Hopefully. It's always nice to get a Justice card. We can afford to throw in the occasional reroll. It's definitely not going to be Runner, unfortunately, and a negative Joker also doesn't do that much for us. I would probably... You know what? I mean, anytime you get... Well, maybe we're going for clubs, right? Like, we have 16 clubs in the deck. I guess anytime you get a chance to turn spades or diamonds into clubs... Really? All right. You got to take them up on it. And if you're going to take them up on it, then you might as well you know, take this opportunity to play a flush that might also break a card and make the queens easier to draw in the future. Okay, listen, sometimes it just works, man. Sometimes it just works. Trying to talk through every decision, you know? We can have a meaty... I'm trying to think of the other words. Meaty is an awkward one to leave it on. We have a meaty, humorous discussion and also think about the strategy as we're playing the game. Now, this is a must-have. Vagabond is like a win condition for us. We could buy another Joker. I really don't think it does anything for us. We could buy this one, I should say. And it won't get broken right away because Madness doesn't work on the boss blind, but... Okay, so this is like, I wouldn't say we're at the moment of truth. Vagabond being eternal is actually nice, I think. Spades and diamonds get converted. Maybe at some point everything will get converted, but... We have another full house. Maybe roll with that. It would be a good time to maybe commit to a hand. Or maybe, I don't know. I just keep saying maybe over and over, but maybe we don't need to. We're going to win on the full house, so why don't you just toss out, like, trash? I mean, the fact that we're getting the moon card over and over is crazy. And we have another full house. Obviously, we also have a flush, but maybe we're full house committed. Full house, I don't know if it scales faster or slower. In our own weird way, we're getting very lucky with those moon cards. It is tempting to go with the spectral pack. It's risky, but it's tempting. Deja vu. I mean, a red seal steel card kind of goes nuts. What do we... I guess maybe there's like a shoot the moon in waiting somewhere. Okay, I think we should. It's just the right play. It just means that we won't be playing our queens as often, but probably in some situations we'll still be playing them. Okay, so I'm feeling really good. Honestly, we're drawing flushes regularly. Got another justice card we want to use on maybe something that we can break. And then maybe just throw out a quick discard to draw into some better stuff. Does better stuff even exist? We don't know. How about dump it, dump it, dump it, dump it? There was straight potential, but I felt like we needed a little bit more. Okay, this is our play. And I think, like, obviously, we probably do pretty well. We should have played more high cards, honestly. I just didn't have the confidence. Arcana pack or Empress card? I'll go Arcana pack. It's tight, though. It's not... And I'm not even sure we did things the right way. Lover's card we don't care for. I think we care for a Magician. I guess we put it on a pair. We would love a way to get our econ sorted, but I'm kind of hoping that the way we get our econ sorted is like Vagabond. And what I mean by that is that it just gives us like a few Temperance and Fool and Hermit cards. That doesn't have to be in a row, just like in relatively quick succession, and then, you know, Bob's your uncle. Before you know it, we have like $100. I think we gotta play the odds, right? 2 8s, 2 6s, 1 4, but one of the 4s that we have is lucky. Okay, that's kind of what we wanted to draw, I think. Now, this should not be 37,000 points. It was 12,000 points. Now I'm scared for like a completely different reason. Now I'm like, I don't know if we're gonna make it. I guess I'll start. We love to play full houses right now. I'm going to start by throwing some Dookie just because we have Dookie. That's what we got. Now, we did draw that other 4, which has allowed us to get an extra Earth card, which is great because it's like our only source of chips. Now, this would be an amazing time to get like, sure, $20 twice, but like for once in my life, I'm like 20 mult actually would have hit the spot there, man. And then you just got to play a flush, and that's good. That's actually, like, this worked out very well. Even though it was very scary, financially, we got there. And score-wise, we got there. And hopefully now we can make our run sing a little bit with the amount of money we got popping off. That's not... Midas Mask is not what we're looking for, necessarily. Because it would basically just take up our last Joker spot forever. Talisman and Sigil. I'll talisman like a... We could do it on a queen, to be fair. Always love a tarot card. Always love to sell a tarot card because we got better tarot cards. These are pretty much garbage, but it cost us $1 to get some mult. That's a pretty good deal. You have to take Brainstorm, and we shouldn't even be sad about it. The only thing is, now we have to buy planets because we don't have chips. And there will be some movement around here. I think I can live with that. What is the boss blind? All spades are debuffed. We don't really mind that, I think. I think we just go next. Okay. Oh, we have 15 bucks. So that's fine. What's done is done. You move over here then. So we can at least double the mult before we really get this party started. Now, full house is good. We have leveled up flush one time as well, so I kind of feel like you gotta send something like this down Main Street. That's 38,000 points. It really doesn't matter if we win too fast. So, I mean, if anything, why not just toss? Like, you might get... Okay, that was not smart. So you might get 20 bucks out of it, but it's kind of... It's a big ask, man. That's a big ask. Okay, now, very important. We want Vagabond to pop because Fortune Teller popping into Madness is like it's our absolute win condition 100%. Uranus and Venus, listen, for now I'll pop them both because we're here. And you're giving times 4.5, which is crazy. Our most played hand is Full House, which is exactly what we want to see. So buy Telescope. This might seem like we have to spend money. That's the first thing we should start with. But secondarily, it might seem like, why would you do this? Why wouldn't you save the money for tarot cards? That's because we want to purchase planets because it's the only thing on our run that can actually give us chips. Now, we only got 2 jacks in the deck. I would still add this one. It's easy for us to make the hands we want to make. Okay, we got something cooking up here. We do have a flush, but I refuse to discard that queen. I still refuse to discard that queen. So I mean, go ahead and be mad. Refuse is a strong word, because I'm probably going to have to... I mean, discard is not even the right word. We got there. We still want to get the full house without playing the super queen. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Always pop a lover's card. We do want to use our strength card because we miss out on the opportunity cost of... Yeah, I kind of hate to do it, but like we want to eventually get more queens. So like, let's do that. And then we have a flush, but I don't want to play the flush because we'll win too early. A star and a hangman. So star we just use on something that's already there. That's already a diamond, I guess I should say. If anything, we still want to use Hanged Man. I'm just going to use it to cut some non-queens. I feel like we're in a really great spot. Like, we have a winning combo here, I think. I hope. So you can Magician everything up, pop the Emperor. I mean, like, it's going off, bro. Oh, I screwed up Vagabond. There's no... Well, I guess... Well, no, I screwed it up. I've screwed it up. We should Hanged Man. Hanged Man these two, which doesn't ruin our flush. I had to double check, but it's true. It did ruin Vagabond, that's for sure. I think I mean, you basically could not ask for a more synergistic run than this. This is tight. I would rather have Vagabond than Cartomancer. I'm not even mad about this, man. I'm not sweating it in the slightest. We get the opportunity to get Earth going. Now we should play full houses almost exclusively. I don't really want to buy a Lover's card. I've kind of hitting the snooze button on the Lover's card. I certainly do want to buy an Emperor card. It's given us Temperance. We should use it right away. Maybe you can add a great card via the standard pack. How are we doing on 8s? 3 8s? I guess I would just skip and I'd feel okay about that decision. $7 to roll. Quite expensive, but I'm feeling fantastic. So again, just cut low cards and get as many queens as possible. Anytime we can cut a pair, I think it's good for us. And oh man, you're popping, dude. You're popping. You're like Magellan. You're so gelling. And we only want to play full houses. So like, don't get seduced by the flush, bro. Actually, if anything, I'm worried that this full house might be so good we don't get to play enough hands to really get Vagabond popping. But I'd love to establish a baseline, and I feel good about that baseline. Let's strength you. Listen, we could play Temperance. But I'd rather at least get one tarot card out of this. And we can kind of pog up a little bit here. Even though you guys are decked out, like I don't know. I was going to say why not, but then there's like another part of me that's like, why? Now, just to be sure, because we don't want to cause ourselves any undue strife here, you know? I guess I would hit you with this. Jack, Jack, Queen, Queen, play this Queen. This will definitely get us there. We'll still have one card. I'm going to have to throw in a little break right now, but I feel like I've left this run in such a good position that even an idiot such as myself would have a hard time screwing it up. But before we go, of course you're going to buy Hanged Man. You're going to roll. You're going to Hermit. Okay, this may last forever. We're probably going to get rid of Justice, even though it's good, because I don't respect it as much as I probably should. And we'll get our money down, and then we'll chill. Okay, thanks for watching so far. I'll be back in 0 seconds for you and maybe like 15 minutes for me. All right, we're so back. I am cutting cards that are not queens. I'm playing as many tarot cards as possible, and my cards are being drawn face down after I play them. Big whoop. Honestly, this is kind of a crazy start. I think I just don't want to mess with things too much here. I think I would Hanged Man, and then strength some jacks into queens, and then play like the most amaze balls. Sorry, I'm going millennial mode on you. The most amaze balls full house of all time that gives me a goated Hermit card. We love that. Millennials be like, hang on, I'm trying to think about how I'm going to insult my own generation. Millennials be like, cold brew is totes amaze balls when you have to get some adulting done. Did that work? I think that might have worked. I am a millennial. You can't be mad. I am a millennial. I was in the pool. Okay, I'm loving where we're at right now. I don't want to say this run is idiot-proof because I've cursed myself by saying that before, but I really think like we got an unbelievable setup here. We might as well just take it, just to play it. Our mult is getting multed 6x. Our mult is growing. It's starting at 50, but it's growing like, I don't know, 1 to 8 times per round. Like there's some pretty solid stuff going on here. So we probably don't want to play a full house early. We want to farm a little bit. Farm 2 tarot cards, the Temperance in a Whirl. See, this is, I wouldn't say it's a bad thing, but we don't want to play our Temperance yet because it'll remove all of the utility of Vagabond and Brainstorm if we keep Vagabond where it is. So if anything, we could then move you over, but then we might win a little bit too fast. Well, if we're not going to be like really farming tarot cards, what do we care if we win a little bit too fast? Like the whole point is to, I mean, we could probably eke out a little bit of extra mult, but like it's not that big of a deal. Then we'll move you back. Okay. Now there's room for expansion on this run. We haven't had a wheel pop yet. It hit and it polychromed, which makes Temperance not that much better, but a little bit better. I mean, that's not anything I would shake a stick at, man. Polychrome Eternal Fortune Teller. And then Strength, I mean, we'll just use it. How many jacks do we have in the deck? We got 3 jacks. Hanged Man is always so tempting, man. Because, like, we're getting to the point where, like, a quarter of the deck is queens. If we fool and we add strength, we could, it's just nice to draw what you want to draw, I suppose. Okay, $13 remains. An Earth card is very nice. And then we might as well standard pack. And we could even just skip. I mean, the planet is nice, don't get me wrong, but we got a lot of constraints to play around right now. So again, whatever we play first doesn't really matter. You could just play a flush first. It's like irrelevant. Actually, it's relevant. Because now I gotta sell this Judgment card. Oh, but it doesn't ruin Vagabond because they changed Vagabond. You mad geniuses. You princes of Maine. You kings of New England, you. And a Temperance. Now, a Temperance ruins Vagabond, but it ruins it in the best way possible. Let's just hit you with something like that for now. I guess I would just... I'm like a different kind of beast. I guess I would just win. I wouldn't mind this 3 breaking. That's alright. 540,000 feels good. I'm not... This might be a... I don't know if I got that much time, but this might be a rare, endless opportunity. Oh, that would have hit the spot. I'm not mad at you, but that would have hit the spot. Okay, let's pop a temperance. Let's... You never know. Negative Eternal in the Buffoon pack. Maybe a little bit optimistic, but... Take a quick peek at the standard pack while you're here. A jack that's steel, which we can turn into a queen. Yes, please. We don't really want a sun card, honestly. We could do better, I think. Hanged Man is better, but I can't get there. Okay, I'm stupid. After play or discard, always draw 3 cards. So I have to look for a second. Spades and diamonds should become clubs. I can live with it. That then allows us to play a flush that probably won't be that good, which is good. I never thought I would be upset that we're getting too many diamonds, but like... Or sorry, not too many diamonds, too many temperance cards, but it's actually happening. Like, the temperance cards are making it so I can't farm as many tarot cards as I like. Mind you. Can't be too upset about a Molter that becomes Polychrome itself. Are you kidding me, man? When you won, but she still anoints you? Oh! It's Father's Day! I can't make a joke on Father's Day? Come on, man. You really can't let us have anything, can ya? Okay, now. What did he mean by that? Here we go. 1.2 million, we're getting... I think we're gonna go endless. It's been a while since we went endless. It's been a bit. Let's do... And, I mean, let's, like, beat the game first, but then we'll... I mean, that's my intention, is to do some endless. I will just Empress you. This might sound a little crazy. What if we just played, like, straight trash, man? What if we threw some trash out there, knowing that the odd... Like, if we play a single full house, we know we're chilling? It sounds pretty good to me. This allows us the opportunity to farm up some... Oh, but now I got too much money! Or maybe I had... Wait, how did I get that money? I didn't even pay... I wasn't even paying attention to that. How did I get that money? I don't have a full house, man. I do have a full house, man. Break. What if I wanted to break? Thank you. This is why I said 1.2 million. I'm not sweating, because we basically did that one by accident. Okay, I kind of feel like Stella. Anybody else getting their groove back right now? I guess I'd roll, and I mean, I can't afford 6 cents, which is okay because it's like a bad Joker anyway, but a pretty good movie, I would say. I think that's not rare. A lot of people enjoy the 6 cents. Maybe enjoy is not really the word you would use, but it has a certain je ne sais quoi. Okay, give me a flush that's not... Oh, the 20 mult is it's gonna screw me, man. It didn't quite screw me, man. So what we want to see is like a strength card so we can turn our jacks into queens. Because for endless, like right now, it's all fun and games. We're having a great time, of course. Wow! 10 mult is not incredible, but it's something, man. We want to see a strength card because we really need to tighten up our hands. I'm not even gonna cry about that one. And like full house, what is full house is 240 times 20. Okay, so we're basically stuck there. We're not ever gonna be like cruising for a 5 of a kind, I think, but that's gonna limit our upside potential, but it's certainly not bad. Like I think we could get ante 10, ante 11. It's been a while since I've sniffed at endless, so you gotta cut me some slack on this one, but and at this point, we're like overwriting cards just because we can. Just because we kind of have to. Do I really want a second Empress? No, I want a second Chariot. Because we have so many queens, but we're only going to play 3 in like a dominant hand. Like our full house is our best hand right now. I think we're okay to Chariot some of them. Because we're likely to draw them quite regularly. Now, very large blind, as Ronnie Coleman said, / says, ain't nothing but a peanut. How about, I mean, this might literally get you there. Oh, it's a talisman that's getting me. It's actually better that it didn't get me there. Sounds like cope, but is true. Things that sound like cope, but are true. And then, honestly, I'll just hit you with like a fat 4 of a kind. It's a rare hand, but gives us the opportunity to maybe break that king with no risk to ourselves. Okay. Never thought I'd see the day, brother. We're back here in endless mode. Never thought we'd get back here. And yet, here we are. Not the best cards in the game. That much is clear. 38 cards and 11 queens. I love that for us. I really don't know what to do with these cards. I mean, I'm not upset, but it's like, you know, they could have been better. I would skip. I don't want to make the deck any thicker for no reason. Maybe we could pivot to 5 of a kind. I don't know. I'm not sold on it. Let's put it that way. It's not what you want to see. I'll dump those. It's not what you want to see. Here's what I want to see. Straight up, break this 8. Get it out of my deck. Give me some good tarot cards. They're good enough. We know diamonds and spades are club fodder. I don't know why at this point, but it's kind of like the heuristic I've been sticking to. And then we know, like, it's no question we win on a full house. So just don't play that ace, because it'll screw up your Vagabond plays. Like, I'm actually thinking ahead. I know it's a rare sight for a kind of guy like me. We might get to the point just by, like, happenstance where Mars passes Earth. Now, I don't know if that's ever happened celestially. I think that would have, like, incredible ramifications on Earth. Specifically, which is what I'm concerned about because I live here for now. But, like... Hang on. Now, what do you drop on this one, man? Maybe you just drop The Queen Heard Round the World. Freddie Mercury Live Aid. 1985. Okay. I mean, I can't be upset about this. Why don't we have you move over just for now? Even though you're gonna, there's lots of ramifications to consider, but just work with me on this one, okay? This should clear it by about a billion%. This could be like a 10 million point hand, maybe. 3 million, pretty close. Pretty close if you don't think about it too hard. Okay, definitely the Mega Arcana. You gotta admit, like, we're doing a bang-up job for only having 4 jokers. Like, we got 4 jokers that are working in freaking concert with one another, man. It's a beautiful thing to look at. Now, Vagabond could still use, honestly, like, Polychrome would be amazing, Foil would be okay. Foil would be really good. Hollow would be whatever. It would be okay. But I think still, like, I gotta dance with the one that brought me. And the one that brought me in this case is certainly a Hanged Man card. Now, I don't really want to buy a world card. Like, there's something to be said about making the whole deck in the clubs, I guess, but we also don't want to accidentally, like, slip into club flushes or anything. Or flush 5s, I guess I should say. I'm not even worried about the finances, man. Like, this, I'm not sweating this at all. I don't care. We're doing so well. Why would we care? So I'm thinking we're gonna want more steel cards in the deck. That's just how scaling works in this game. And then you could just I wouldn't even play that one. Just throw Dookie at him first. As long as you got a full house backing you up, there's no reason to not farm up here. It's Polychrome, which is nutty. It's not the best placement for it, but it'll help out our score on our terminal hand. I don't know, why am I holding a Chariot? It's a good card. We should, like, do something with it. Sure. We'll throw it there. Could put it on a Queen, of course. How about an Earth? No Earth. Mars is knocking on Earth's door, man. Like, look at this. 210 versus 22, or 210-22 versus 240-20. I mean, at this point, you also have to acknowledge it's easier for me to get 4 of a kind queens than, like, to do anything else. Might actually be easier to do 4-of-a-kind queens than hang on, than a full house, just given the proportions of my deck. But well, listen, this is just a victim of circumstance. We will have the opportunity cost of playing more queens, like, or playing more steel cards, which obviously impacts your score. But I can't argue with the fact that they just keep giving us, like, Marses, man. If they keep giving us Marses, then yeah, you can call me Veronica. I think I'd be silly to not at least take them up on the opportunity here. And it's gonna, this, I mean, it's level 8. It has to clear flush 5 or 5-of-a-kind. It has to. Just like mathematically, right? I don't know if these need to, I guess it only matters if you have Shoot the Moon, but now this could be a 10 million point hand. Okay, 6 million. The man does not know math. Say what you will about NL. I know arithmetic, but those have become two very different things, I think. You know, maybe back in like the classical Greek era. We don't really need a Hierophant card. We don't really need a Sun card, to be honest with you. We do need to spend our money every time. I don't really care about a Lover's card. A negative card that's going to get broken anyway doesn't really appeal to me. A Fool that gives us a Temperance? I mean, it's mult. You can't argue with the mult that this is, because it is, man. It's mult. Don't care about Tower. We probably do care about Justice. We need to get our money down anyway. So there you go. All right, what do you want from me? Cards played this ante are debuffed. Do I look like the kind of guy who would have a big problem with that? I don't think so. So I think we play 4-of-a-kind off the blue seal to try to get Mars popping. It just makes sense to me. Now, why don't you become Glass, just so we have something to do here? Now, don't win accidentally. I couldn't have asked for like a more beautiful series of events. Don't win too... It shouldn't win too early. I know we got a lot of steel cards popping here, but high card's only level 3. This should be fine. A heart can become a diamond for sure. And then it didn't give us a Mars. That's a first. At some point, you just gotta, like, nut up, right? You just gotta play 4 cards, like, just get it over with. Well, I'm glad I didn't, man, because look at this. Strength. Fool. Strength. We got a queen card, man. We're twerking on the frickin' runway. Something like that, maybe, hits the spot. 4 completely debuffed cards. I'm gonna conservatively say this is a 10 million point hand. Keep in mind, we haven't even used our, we haven't even adjusted our jokers to maximize our score yet. So I feel real nice. Wheel of Fortune is actually useless. That's a new one. Temperance, pretty good though. World card, very sellable to get a better card, I would say. And like Mars is popping right now, man. Just ask Elon, probably. I don't know. I don't have a telescope. I'm concerned more with terrestrial affairs, I suppose. It is what it is. Like, eventually, maybe we'll get telescoped. Probably not. We're gonna have to deal with full houses being in our shops forever. But cheaper rerolls. This is not just cheaper rerolls. It also allows me to more easily activate Vagabond, so I don't accidentally end up like $1 below the reroll that would allow me to get Vagabond to work. And these just like, I mean, I'd love Chariot, but they're just not that good. I mean, we really want... just work with me here. I made a mistake, okay? I made a mistake. So sue me. So sue me. What was my mistake? Well, I'm going to have, like... the Fool card is too valuable to yeet it on garbage, is my central premise here. So... we'll use the Fool card to copy a Strength, which is useless right now. It did cost us the opportunity cost of 1 extra card, but... I stand by this, because the Fool card is like... And with tarot cards, it's a real feast or famine sort of business, to be honest with you. Like, there's some tarot cards that are obviously just heads and tails above the other ones. And Fool is one of them. Like, you don't want to get rid of your Fool card just because you're like, oh, I'm wasting it. And then, like, all of a sudden, you trade your Fool card for a Lover's card just because you didn't want to look stupid. Like, that's silly, man. That's silly. Thank God that wasn't my last hand. I was not paying close enough attention. Wow, unpunished, unpunished. Okay, so 4 cards. You, and you go last. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. 10 million? I knew it. I knew it, man. And again, that's not, we're not even optimizing on that hand. And econ is irrelevant, I think. I hope. You're trash. Get out of my face. You big disgrace. Let's see if you break. What if I wanted to break? A Hermit card and a Fool card. Honestly, I would sell the Hermit and hold the Fool. That's the kind of beast I am right now. And let's do exactly the same thing right here that we just did. Maybe get that card to break. The deck is getting mighty thin. And the Fool card, like, immediately... Things... Actually, you know, I was going to say we can't get a weakened card, but, like, to get 10 strengths to turn a 5 into a queen is probably not the sort of thing we should concern ourselves with. I'll turn this lucky king into a better queen. And then... Get this dookie out of my hand, please. Maybe you'll break. This feels good, man. It's been a while since I've gone off on a run like this. I would hold strength, right? We still got a jack in here. We got 2 jacks and a 10. Honestly, we'll let it go around. I haven't felt this powerful on a Balatro run in quite some time. So this feels great. How about you guys take a little support here? What's our fortune teller doing, man? Remember when we took this on Ante 1? It's currently 135. That's pretty solid. I'd consider that worthy. Let's see what we're cooking at here with this 4 of a kind. A mere 44 million points. Without even optimizing for score yet. Now, how does one optimize for score? We just do this instead. That way we're well, we lose a little bit, but then well, we actually don't lose anything because you're over here already. So, well, I guess, whatever. Doesn't matter, okay? The important thing is that it doesn't matter. The important thing is we're goated. Magician and Tower. In the business, we call that a whiff. I would sell Tower and maybe get a Mars card. Pluto's our most played hand now, huh? Interesting. Very... Very interesting. Can I say something without you getting mad at me? If you want to be mad, that's okay. I feel like I'm at a place in my life right now where I can just play 4 of a kind and recognize that you're not going to live forever. So like I could be farming up the biggest hands you've ever seen in your life, but I'm just gonna, for quality of life purposes, I'm going to simplify myself a little bit here. Yet maybe it minimizes the odds of us getting the E, but it maximizes the odds of like me paying attention, which I think is also a positive. 1 more hand per round. You never know. I mean, it's just like, even though we're broke, money's not an issue for us. So it just feels like this sort of thing. Like, why wouldn't we do it, right? I don't really want to create an extra Pluto if I don't have to. But, like, all of our cards are juiced already, I guess. Like, I don't think it's gonna matter, but it's something. Okay, 29 million. We might wanna get serious about this one now. So I would start. I'll play a Steel Queen, and just get a baseline for where actually it's 2 Steel Queens. So just see where you're at here. That's 5 million. Okay, I think it's a good number to know. It's a good number to keep in your cap. We have no kings left in the deck, so they can all get discarded. Obviously, we just want to draw queens. We want the whole deck to be queens. And then you play probably like this, just because, like, to get the 4 of a kind level is the only way we're getting chips outside of bonus cards. So, okay, There's still some cookery. Every single person is not my enemy. They're all rooting for me. Might as well sell it. A Mars would go crazy. I do feel like we're, I mean, we're pinched now. Like, things are going to get a little bit tougher. 58 million should still be doable. Come on. That's just a rude, it's a rude assortment here. We have 6 hands we can play with. I mean, I would dump your useless jacks then. I mean, I know there's steel cards, but we can do better. We could even create a steel card. Look at that. So now we have 4 non-steals. That's basically like our end game. Although, oh, that's true. We wanna make sure we're getting the Mars whenever possible. Strength is good. We don't have what we need right now, but it's good. Kinda hate to play this, but we only have 7 cards left in our deck, so I didn't actually get the Mars because I filled up my space with a Hermit card. That's the sort of thing that'll keep you up at night, I suppose, if you don't take melatonin. So strength me. I guess I would just Hanged Man you. We only have a 31 card deck. We might be at the end of the line here, boys. Yeah, I'm starting to think we might be at the end of the line. And that's okay. Like, 58 million should be doable, but I'm starting to think we might be closing in on the end of the line. Starting to think that the sun's getting real low, big guy. Should have, it's okay. It's not a big deal. I wouldn't sweat it too much. One thing's for sure, more Hanged Man is not exactly what we need, but anytime you get to, I should be singing the praises of this run from the rooftops right now. Because we did just get anti-12, which is like, as far as I'm concerned, that's winning a run. Just go next. Now, 1.2 billion points. It's a bit ambitious. Not impossible, but a bit, well, maybe impossible, but, like, we have to try. How we doing, guys? 1.2 billion incoming? 70 million. I can't even, I mean, I can. I'm just too lazy to run the numbers on how close we are. So instead, I'm just going to do this. We do have 6 hands. I'm pretty sure 6 times 70 doesn't make 1.2 billion. Yeah, I think we're now 1/10 of the way there. Which is pretty horrible. That seems like we're not going to make it. If we're going to make it, we need more queens so that we don't have to play our red seal queens. Like, a glass queen goes a long way. I feel like we did really well, though. I'm not disappointed in this run at all. How could I be? We've barely won recently, and now, like, to win and have the opportunity to have gone endless is, like, that's nice. I feel like the game was out there rooting for me, and I appreciate that. Now, it's only purple stake, but we also only had 4 Joker spots, so we made quite a little elegant run here, if I dare say so myself. Now, we're going to peter out at around 400 million. Hey, man, that's pretty good. I could live with that. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, click the like button. It helps us a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and I'll see you next time. See ya!